Welcome back to my channel. My name is Dion. I call this the crazy troll nation of YouTube, and I call this holiday cocoa sensitive flavored chapstick. We're going to do one eye on together, and then we're going to edit out doing the second eye, and at the end I will give my first impressions. I have not touched anything in this palette yet. After this video, I will do a swatch party as a live stream, so that way at least you'll get to see what the colors are. Lower lash line, we have on this retractable eyeliner in silver, which does not get enough love. And on inner rims, upper and lower, we have Sephora Ultimate Gel Eyeliner, waterproof. The shade is Black Matte. I don't know why I thought it was a brown. So we're going to go ahead. So I'm going to show you, well, let me just prime the eye, because you'll see the palette and all the details in the live stream, or if you catch the replay. Today is April 26th, and the palette did launch today. It was sent to me by Notoriously Morbid. It was gifted to me, and I'm excited. But I'm not going to say too much, so I'm going to just try to save all of that for the swatch party. I call this the Crazy Troll Nation because I want you to know, even though it's a crazy concept, it's okay to just be yourself. Let your authentic personality shine through. The troll part is not caring too much about the beauty community standards. You set the standard for yourself. Try not to feel like you need to use a particular brand or a particular tool or a certain technique. Use whatever you want to, however you want to get your makeup on in a way that you are satisfied with it. The bottom line here at the Crazy Troll Nation is self-acceptance and self-love. Embracing your natural features, enhancing them if you want to, when you want to, but never feeling like you have to. Love yourself for who you are and for how you look, even without face paint on. That's what we stand for here. If you're new here, I need to let you know I do curse sometimes in videos, because I curse sometimes, period. And there's an organism that lives in my throat, and so I used to say hiccup, gurgle, and belch, but yeah, the belching doesn't happen, so thankfully and hopefully it won't. But yeah, it is a hiccup or a gurgle every now and then, so if you see me do it, excuse me, that's an internal hiccup. So let's get to this palette. The outside, the back. I'll give all the deets again in the live stream. And this is what the palette looks like. And it's set up a certain way, but we're going to not do the typical. We're not going to do the typical, which I really think people are going to do. We're going to come down this way. And I think we're going to use something for lower lash line. We're going to put two different colors on lower lash line. It's not ideal with this type of palette because there are no mattes in here. So with dual chromes and multi-chromes, it's best to put two at the most on the lid so that when you turn, you'll see the shifts. But we're going to put four in the lid, so you may not see the shifts, but we will see the colors. So we're going to come down in a diagonal this way. And I think I was thinking this one and this one on lower lash line. And then that would leave these five, well, yeah, these five for a look. And that will leave these five for a look. Yeah, but we're going to see. So they don't have, the names are on the back. And so we're not going to deal with names. We're going to take this shade right here, which is number one. I do know that's number one because that's the first one in the palette. This palette is very new. It still smells like glue, so I had it sitting open. This will look nice over a black base. These are the Fenty 230 brushes. Oh, my AC kicked on. Y'all, why last night I had to turn my heat on because it was so warm. And then today when I got up, I had to turn the AC on because it was cold. Like the weather outside, I wanted to say the weather outside is frightful, but it's not. But it's like warm outside during the day, and then it drops down to like the 30s at night. I'm just like, what the heck? So yeah, I'm kind of peeved because I was excited to finally turn the AC off after a few days. You know, save on electric bill and all that, but no. Now we're going to come down to, actually we're going to take this shade at the bottom. And I have a feeling it's going to show up lighter. I am wiggling it in. There is fallout with these shades, so just be careful. My eye is closed, so hopefully nothing goes in my eye. And we're just going to press it on. So we're putting this one here Even I did just say I thought it was going to show up darker. Did I say that? I don't know. But I thought it would go better with that first shade. So you can see some differentiation in color. It's pretty. The lighter shades in here, like this top row, I am going to experiment over a base. And on the back, it does show you what the colors look like. And I already did show you the back. I am just super excited. I'm trying to control myself so I can keep this short. I don't know how many, we're going to do this shade next. I don't know how many, and same with the first one, I am having to wiggle to get it to pick up. And I'm not saying they're hard pressed, they're very glittery. Well, not glittery, they are textured, I'll put it that way. And so we're just pressing it on. I'm excited to see what other people do with this palette. This is a colorful look. If these are your tones, excuse me, then go for it. Excuse me, I had some water on Boathouse Farms, and that's the only thing I've had today. And so I do need to eat. I have not been up long. So this is what this is looking like. So it is very kind of, where are you? And we are bringing this over here, this that has that third shade, this shade, just to take up some space up here. I know a lot of people will say this is, the few flakes that did fall out are coming off. I imagine a lot of people will say this is a great companion palette, because if you want mattes in your look, you are going to have to go elsewhere. Where are we? We're coming down to this shade. Wait a minute. What am I looking at? We did here, here, here. Yeah, so this blue right here. Oh, you know what? Because I'm looking backwards. So from your angle, we came this way. Well, yeah. Okay, I'm tripping. I don't know what I thought. I don't know. That looks really rich. I'm wondering if this will show up like a matte. Excuse me. This is a crazy troll nation though. And that's the troll part. Oh, this shade is rich. Oh. Y'all know I like dark shades. Ooh, I hope I can get the shape on the other side the same. This is where it would benefit me to do both at the same time. Well, back to back, because then I would have a feel for this shade. Ooh, so I'm doing this to get to the lash line. Ooh, and we're going to just use the tip of the brush. Oh, this is traveling. Oh man. Oh, so good now. So we're just lightly, just going one way here and then over. We're not doing the back and forth, because I do think that is seriously would get away from me. We are doing this right here to buff it, because this line is looking jagged. Why is that looking jagged? Oh my goodness. Why is that looking? What is happening? Okay, let me just tap near the brow. Why is that looking jagged? That's strange. Let me try it. Let me just hurry up. I'm gonna fix it. Let's just keep going. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take this brush with nothing on it, and we're just going to just go, and that was a mistake. This is the brush that had the blue. That was a mistake, because that just wiped it clean off. Shit. All right, I'm tapping the tip in, and we're just going to press right here. I don't understand what's happening. We're going to keep going. Oh man, I think I just messed up the look. But you know what? We didn't mess it up. Now we are going back and forth, because we're going to let this travel over as our transition shade. And we're just going to do the thing. Now I'm just haphazard. We're just going to do it. We're going to do it. All right. I'm going to fix that later. I think I might just make my brow shade a little bit thicker. So we're going back to the brush that had the first shade. And we are going to bring that up here toward the brow over that blue. The brush with the second shade, this one down here. And We're going to bring that up where the blue is, right here. Yeah, I like that. The colors do show up. And we're going to take the brush with the third shade and this shade right here. And we're just going to just put that back just right here in this spot. And a little bit just on the line where that blue and this purple meet. And so this is going to be the look. So for right now, oh wait, lower lash line. What are we going to do lower lash line? We're using two number 210 Makeup Forever brushes, and we're going to, I want to kind of use one of these. We're going to take this on the first portion of our lower lash line, and we're just going to press. I'll look up here. We're just going to press. And we're going to take the other one, and should we do an orange? We're going to do this one just to see. And something tells me I should have put this. Ooh. This one didn't want to pick up much. But it did though, because look at it. Oh, be gentle. I gouged it by mistake. We're going to overlap. This eye is starting to tear. Oh, I see the shifting out. That's pretty under there. Oh, all right. So I'm going to leave that sitting open still. We're going to take a green. No, we're not. We're going to take Contemplative State from MAC, and we're going to put this on our upper lash line, and we're going to put on the Queen mascara. I'm still hanging in there with it. And then we're going to come back. I'm going to fix this. Then we'll come back and do the other eye. Well, no, when we come back, we'll do the lip, and then the look will be done. Excuse me, y'all. I'll be back. We're going to apply the lipstick. This eye came out a lot better because I knew what to expect from the blue. But yeah, but anyway, this is the lipstick, and y'all know I'm excited about it because it's dark, and this is called Star Command Mystic Metallic. I did wipe off some chapstick. This is a liquid lipstick, so let's see. Okay. I am going to edit out the rest of this application. I have an opinion already about this lipstick. It is extremely thin, and listen, like it's hard to get out. It's hard to get in. I went back and forth multiple times to get it to look like this. Do not blot your lips because all it's going to do is just move the product. And I think maybe because it's a metallic, and because it is a metallic and it is shimmery, well, it says it has multi-chrome flakes in it. Applying it, just putting on like one layer at a time, that first layer, you can see the flakes. It is very pretty. I had to build it up a lot, and I'm wondering if I should take the stopper out because this is, shoot, this is just annoying getting it in and out of here. But then if I take the stopper out, is it going to be messy? You know what I'm saying? So this is it for the first look, and I just dropped that lipstick. Hang tight and you'll see me for look number 2. Here for look number 2, we're starting with cake. No, this isn't cake batter, but the packaging almost looks the same. Excuse me, already didn't even get started. This is Vanilla Mint. All right, I did print out, if you watched it live, I said I was going to print out, type up and print out the shade names and the shifts. And I did that, and also looked up that lipstick. That lipstick is $18.99. If you're watching this and you didn't see the live stream, and you're wondering, like, why is she looking at me blinking like that? Watch the live stream. That's all I'm gonna say. So I did type up and print out the names. And this piece of plastic, this was the shadow protector. And so I taped the names of the shadows, the first 4, the first row, second row, third row, fourth row, and what the shadow names are, what the shadows are described as, because that was a hot friggin' mess. That was a hot mess. If you saw the live, you know it was a hot mess. It was all out of order. So this is Cassiopeia. It is described as, ooh, look at that. Actually, look at all of these. Just take a moment. And as I'm turning, what's catching my eye is this shade and this one. I am seeing like the pink. Is that the one with the pink? Yep. And this shade, all of these are either dual chrome, multi-chromes, or just shimmers. And now I'm looking at this one right here and this one. So you see that, and this one turns more turquoisey depending on how the light hits it, that one there. And now I'm looking at this row. These are pretty standard. And I'm looking at these two. Those are pretty standard. Now I'm looking at the bottom row. So these look darker this way, and when you come to the light, they look lighter. This reminds me of the bottom row in Stone Cold Medusa. Or was it Cold Stone Medusa? That one. That's what this bottom row reminds me of. Because the pictures, they looked really dark and saturated. But then in person, it was like, what? But yeah, so these, you do see the sparkle and the shifts in the shadows. So Cassiopeia is described as a white gold glittery shadow. Moon Dust is described as a gray blue base with pink gold shifting sparkles. This one, Celestial, a muted lavender pink with shifting blue sparkles. This one, FO, a dewy yellow green highlight shadow. Moving my paper here because I had it where I wasn't going to be able to see it. That was really smart of me. This shade, Solar Flare, a bright orange base with a sparkling pink gold shift. And they are described accurately. This shade here, Stargazer, a violet base with pink orange gold shift. This shade here, Are You Serious? And serious is spelled like, hey Siri. It's spelled that way. A glowy blue highlight shadow. This one here, I typed it wrong. I put Messia, but it's Martian, an avocado green base with a glowy turquoise shift. That's this one here. So I don't think I'm seeing any turquoise in there, but that's okay. It's definitely avocado. This one down here, Supernova, described as a warm red with a pinky orange glow. And we do, not really see the glow. This one, Mothership, a deep burgundy with a pinky red glow. This one, Out of This World, a deep sapphire blue shimmer. This one here, Extraterrestrial, an emerald green base with shifting green sparkles. This shade down here, Intergalactic Planetary. Did I say that right? Planetary? We'll pretend I did. A bronzy gold with a copper green shift. This one, Nebula, a dark wine base with a blue violet red orange shift. This shoulder's been acting up. I think I slept crooked because it's really hurting holding this up like this. And this is not heavy. Let me put my elbow on the table and hold it like this. This shade is Dark Matter. And so I thought of Dark Matter from Lethal, but it is not the same shade at all. That one is black based, and I think it's like red and something else. It is bold. And the first time I used it, I was like, what's happening? It caught me off guard, like how this blue caught me off guard in the first look. But this is Dark Matter, a cool gray base with metallic pink flakes. This one, excuse me, Meteor Shower, a sparkly silvery green. So those are the shadows. That's how it should have went. I still got hives in there, itchy. Like, let me just keep moving. And it's like all over my face, but the foundation covers that up. And on my neck, my shoulder, you see this redness? Okay. I'm miserable. These are itchy. So we're going to edit out priming the eye. We're going to do this one on and then do this one. Lower lash line. NYX retractable eyeliner in aqua green. And on our inner rims, upper and lower, matte color excess gel pencil eyeliner. The shade is Sick Tat Bro, like Sick Tattoo Bro. Oh, and that lipstick is in my Sephora bag. If you know, you know. So we're going to prime his eye and come back and get started with this look. We're going to take Celestial, this shade here, and that's going to go, oh shoot. A chunk came out. I was too aggressive. This is Celestial, so I'm just patting it back in. Lord, Lord, Lord. And I'm tapping off, man. And we're just going to press that on, and I am closing my eye. So this is Celestial. Oh, that's pretty. You know what? That just surprised me when I'm like, oh, that's pretty, because I know I like the dark, smoky, and all of that. But, you know, there's a time and place. Oh, That's nice. Now we're going to take, excuse me, Moon Dust, this shade right here. And we're going to put that next to it. Is this the right shade? See, now I feel like I'm like all over the place and confused. But yes, this second shade right here, Moon Dust. And I did write down the number and the name so that I wouldn't. I have to remember to go gently. So this one is looking like this one, where the other one was more smooth, but when I swiped it, it gouged. So just be gentle with these, at least till you get a feel for them. Oh, you know what? This one, Moon Dust, is the one that I gouged earlier by mistake when I was doing the live stream. So this is Moon Dust. And I did think that these would look, well, that they would blend into kind of the same shade. And we are overlapping that first shade just a little bit. So you can see that there is a color differentiation, but it is kind of blending in. I can foresee me using these over a dark base or just any kind of base to see. That's pretty. Down here I am seeing, what does this say? A gray blue base with pink gold shifting sparkles. I am seeing pink and blue sparkles. I am seeing the blue base and the pink. I'm not seeing, am I seeing gold? I am seeing gold, but I'm thinking it's just the way the light is hitting it. Like down here, I'm seeing some things. All right, let me make sure I keep my brushes in line for when we do the other eye. Now we're going to take Supernova. Supernova, this shade right here. Yeah, this one is smoother than the other two we used. I'm dropping stuff. Well, not dropping stuff, but what's the word? I hit it by mistake, the mascara. I don't know what I thought this was going to look like next to there. I thought we're going to just go back and forth to blend. I think I was counting on the pink from this shade to play into that one, and it kind of isn't. It kind of is not. But that's what I'm thinking. I'm itchy. Oh, man. Hives are not fun. So, yeah, we're going to just blend up here with the top edge of the brush. And we're going to go into now Mothership. This shade right here. And this one is the same texture as the one just before it. Yo, if this is like that blue, let me just press lightly. Why do I have green underneath? You know what? Because I'm just using shadows. Oh, this is pretty. Yes, I know from that blue that we put on the outer corner for the first shade. Excuse me for stammering. To just, you know, take my time. And we're going to lightly just come along the top edge. You know what? I see all the colors. I see this one. They are all flowing together. This one breaks it up because that one doesn't really go, but it does go because it looks like I just have one multi-chrome all across the lid, right? Yeah, we're going to say that. So now we're going to take two of these big ass brushes for our lower lash line shades. I got chunks and stuff on my station. I'm excited to see Katie's video because I do believe she received this too, because I saw her YouTube short. This one back here is super itchy. And her IG reel, because she doubles them like I do. I'll post them in both places. So now we're going to take Are You Serious? This shade right here. And we just pressed in, we're tapping off. And this is going to go on the first half of our lower lash line. So we're just going to press this right here. And so we're just using shades. So after this, look, it'll only be 4 shades we have not used. But at the end of this video, I will do, that's pretty, my first impressions. Keep in mind, this is over an aqua green eyeliner. And this is a light shade, if I remember from the live stream where we did swatches. And I know I always say I don't want to help shadows out, but it's just a habit to put a gel pencil underneath. Now we're going to take UFO, which is this shade right here, this corner shade. And that's going to go in the second half of our lower lash line. So we're just putting on colors, and we just pressed right in. This is our third press, so this is all I did, and that's the fourth press, because I just wanted you to see what I was doing. And we're just going to press. And these are staying. You can do a press wiggle if you want to, or not. What color eyeliner am I going to put on upper lash line? This right here is making me want to do a blue, but the blue I have is a bold blue. So I don't think that would look right. So I'm gonna have to figure that out like quick. Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out and then come back. You know what common sense would say? Well, common sense isn't common. I shouldn't say common sense, but oh, I could put fortune, because it comes out like, it shows up like a dark green. We went safe with the first look by using contemplative state. This is the green. That's like, let's just do it. Let's just do it. You know what? We're not going to do that. We're not. Excuse me for being indecisive. We're not going to do that. We're going to use from Lethal Cosmetics. The shade is called Phase. Excuse me. So we're going to put this on. I had my, oh, here's my eyeliner pencil. So we're going to put this on, and then we're going to put on Queen Luzia mascara. I want to give up on it, but then I kind of don't want to give up on it. So we're going to do that, finish the other eye, and then come back and I'll show you what lip I'm going to use. I'm torn between Dark Forest, which is number 29, and 52, which is Dark Purple. Both of these are Sephora Cream Lip Stain Liquid Lipstick. This would be sensible, but y'all know I want to do some color, even though I do like the dark. Because this, I think, will be too monochromatic, even though it's a dark purple. So we're going to put this on. Dark Forest from Sephora collection. Because of the wonderful things he does. Yeah, we're off to see the wizard. Even though we're wearing an alien themed palette. Let me stop talking. I'm going to edit this out. I really like this. Oh my gosh, I do. So this is the finished look for this video. I'm going to do pictures really quick. Thank you. And we're going to do our little screenshot thingy. Take off the glares. Get all the glares off. Thank you. So my first impressions about this palette. Oh, I do like the look. I do wish I would have chose a different color eyeliner, because you can't really see much of it over the mobile. Well, you can, but it's kind of blending in. But you can really see it here. I'm still loving the triple wing effect. You see the shadow, you see the liner, and you see the shadow underneath. And it does look like it could just be one multi-chrome across the lid. So I am really liking it. I'm loving it with the lip, of course. Very easy. There is a learning curve to some of these shadows if you're not used to Notoriously Morbid. The one with the sparkles and the glitter particles, even though it's not glitter. Oh, I see the pink in here. Right here. The one that says, like this says white gold glittery shadow. So if it says something glittery or sparkles, those are the ones that you're going to get the fallout. And they're also a little fragile. Like this one I gouged, and then using it for this look, there's huge chunks on my station. But the ones that are just shimmers, such as these two, and even this one, the texture is different. It's a lot smoother, and you can tell by looking at it, because you can see the texture in these, but these you don't, even though I did use them. And so you'll learn as you use them, or you'll just get used to it, or you'll see it and be like, okay, yeah, that's a sparkly one, so be careful with that one. These are just regular, shimmers. You don't have to be that careful with them. So the only ones we did not use yet is this one here and these three. So these three and this one are the only ones we didn't use yet. So I may do that tomorrow, not sure. My plan right now is to edit this look and the first one and post that for today when you see it, which will be Saturday, just in case you really are wanting to get this palette. I just want you to see a few looks and hear my first impressions. What are my first impressions? My first impressions are, this is a different kind of palette for me anyway. Let me hold it this way so I can't even prop up my elbow. Excuse me for that glare. For me, it is a unique palette to my collection. There are no mattes in here. I think I might have mentioned that. Well, I did mention that in the live, I think. I don't have, I want to say I don't have similar tones, but some of the shades, how they go on, how they look, let me stop scratching, remind me of a softer version of some of the Lethal Cosmetic shadows that I have. And you know, Lethal Cosmetics is boom, pow, punch you in the face. And so this gives me a Lethal vibe on a more subtle scale, which does serve a place. And so even though I like the dark, smoky, grungy, messy grunge, swamp water, I do appreciate looks like these as well when they're lighter and monochromatic-ish type looks. It has a place and it does serve a purpose. I am thankful for the brand for sending this to me. I'm glad that they did. I'm enjoying the lessons, the learning curves, and learning how each works. Like this one, and that first look, that was me using this without having done the swatches. And so I had no idea of how these were going to work. And so thumbs up for that, for using a palette for the first time, having no idea of how they're going to apply, what they're going to look like, whatever. So thumbs up for that. And I always, encourage you guys, try something new. That's me trying something new. Use a palette without swatching it and just see what happens. And see what you learn. It is a learning experience, and it is a pleasant one because learning things is enjoyable. You know what I mean? And so you learn how to work with shadows. You learn what they're going to look like next to other shadows. And it also makes me curious of what will they look like next to different shadows, or what will they look like over a base, particularly like the lighter tones like these that are up here, and even like this gold and this one here. Like what will they look like over a base? Like what tone will it bring out in that dual chrome or multi-chrome? And so I do really like the palette. The outer packaging is what you get on the inside. It is exactly what you get on the inside. And I do like that this is a 16 pan palette. I do like that there's a mirror in it. And I know I've said before, I don't care about the tacky stickers on the front, not that this one is. And I don't care that there's not a mirror, even though this one does. Just give me good quality shadows. And these are a different type of shadow than the ones that are in Some Kind of Haunted and in the Poltergeist. Different textures, different type of shadows, different formulas. And so I'm learning also how, my nose is itchy. I'm learning also how Notoriously Morbid, they do different things, different textures, different formulas. And that's exciting as well, because it's like, oh, what is this one going to be like? You know what I mean? But I do like that I can use a mirror in here. I love the outer packaging. It reflects the inside. I love that they put the shade names along with what the shadow looks like on the back. And where the shadow is where it is on the back. And so, and sometimes it can be confusing because some palettes, you turn them around, like for the top row, 1, 2, 3, 4, you would have to come over here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Not so with Notoriously Morbid. And I noticed that with their other palettes, this is the first shadow, but it's all the way over here. But I'll put my finger here. That's this shadow right here. You see what I'm saying? And so when you look at it and then you turn it to look on the back, you have to reverse what you're doing, because it's like, oh, this is number 1. This is number 1. No, this is number 1. This shadow is this shadow. And so they place them behind where it is. And I think I pointed that out with Some Kind of Haunted and Poltergeist too as well. They put it exactly where it is, which is helpful. You just have to know that, because Pat McGrath, Natasha, stuff just be flipped. So you have to figure out what's where, especially with the quints. But I am enjoying this palette. Y'all know I'm loving these last 2 rows because they're darker. But these have a place too, and we've used all of these, so I'm proud of myself for that. So thumbs up for that, for trying lighter tones when you know I want the darker ones, right? But I do really like this look that I did. It is monochromatic-ish, and it does look like it could be just one multi-chrome across the entire lid. And I'm loving it with the lip because it adds a brightness to the look. And so my first impressions are, if you want to get this, it's not limited edition. Here's my suggestion. If you do want to get this and there's nothing else on their website you want right now, I'll say wait until they have something else. Bog Witch is still available. Paint the Town Red is still available. So if you want this and something else, that's when I would say get it. And I say that because, number one, you're going to pay for shipping. And number two, for me, it's a solid 3 weeks until I receive the product. And so I'd rather just order 2 or 3 things at one time. 3 weeks, I have them all. Some people, it takes longer than 3 weeks, though. Some people, it's like 4 weeks, 5 weeks. And so I do want you to know that. And that's another reason, too, I'm saying wait till there's more than, my suggestion, wait till there's more than one thing you want. And then you'll just get your mini haul all in one package when it arrives. And so that's my suggestion. My code is below. I'm not sure if I mentioned it earlier, but it's DionLorah.PhD. You get 15% off. This is $69.99. 15% off brings it down to like $59 and some change, but then you have shipping, and then depending on what state you're in, you have tax. And so it does add up. I don't recommend that liquid lipstick. Their liquid lipsticks are hand formulated. So somebody else may have a different experience with theirs than I've had with mine. So I'm curious to see how Katie's works for her. But whatever formula this one is, this one that was a gift with purchase, this is the formula I would get, which is not the Mystic Metallic that they sent with this one. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And they do, however, have some liquid lipsticks on sale for $12.99. So if you want to take the chance, then, you know, go for it. But your troll over here is just going to stay in my lane. But I do like the palette. I did enjoy using it. I'm enjoying learning it. And I am looking forward to using this shade and these 3 down here. And then we can say we've used the entire palette, but we've used 12 of the 16 shades. So thumbs up for that too. If you made it this far, go ahead and leave a comment down below. If you can find an alien emoji, leave an alien emoji if you made it to the end. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that. And that's going to be it for this video. And so thank you for being here. Let me know your thoughts. This look is more subdued, and it does look almost like something I've done with either some kind of haunted. I think it looks similar to something I've done with either some kind of haunted or the poltergeist. I really do think it does, just because of where I placed the shadows and how they blended in. But, excuse me. But I do enjoy it though. And with this one, I do know what it's going to look like. Poltergeist, I'm not always sure what it's going to look like. And some kind of haunted, I don't always know what it's going to look like, even though that one is more straightforward than the poltergeist. But we're going to go. Thank you so much for being here. I'm going to go put on some hydrocortisone cream and probably take a nap. So yeah, thank you for being here. And as always, feel free also, if you do videos, feel free to share, you know, my videos. There's a button, you just click share, and you can just share that onto your community tab. And if you're interested in joining, there's a link down below for that. And there's a lot of other information down below. We're seriously going to go right now. Thank you so much. As always, self-acceptance, self-love, that is the Crazy Troll Nation way. You will see me very soon.